Hi, my name is Jerry Peterson, and I made this short presentation just to present to you some food for thought. I want you to think about what an additional 5% could mean to your business on a yearly basis in your auto dealership. So let's take a look at some of the numbers, and I'll explain to you how I think this could pan out for you. So we got to have some assumptions here, and I'm going to assume that you sell on average 100 cars per month. Your dealership could be much bigger or much smaller. Um, that just was a nice round number for me to work with. Let's also assume that you close, per industry standards, about 1 out of 5 prospects that come in and visit your dealership. So 20% close rate. And your PVR is $2,000 per unit sold. Alright, so given those assumptions, let's see what an additional 5% would mean, and we need to make sure that we clearly understand how we're calculating this. That means, with the assumptions that we looked at, if we sell 100 units per month and we have a 20% close ratio, then 400% people do not buy on a monthly basis in your dealership. So let's take, instead of taking an additional 5% of the 100 that we sold, let's go after 500% of the 400 people that walked away and say that we're going to get 20 more sales per month. So what would that mean to your dealership? And if we plug the numbers back in that we used as assumptions, we're going to get 20 additional sales per month, $2,000 PVR, over 12 months. That's adding $480,000 to your bottom line every year. So the question I have for you at this point is, what would you pay to get that? And you're probably asking some questions like, okay, we're just throwing out numbers here. How do I know that any of that's realistic, that I can actually achieve that? Well, let's look at some of the things that the NADA has pointed out. And these are straight from the NADA. You can go get these figures yourself. It says they said 85% of people have decided to buy a new car before they left home. So if they're coming to your dealership, more than likely they've already decided they're buying a new car. And yet we typically only close 20% of them. They also say, NADA also says that 97% of people are never followed up with after they leave without buying. Very interesting. So we just let them walk away and we never contact them again. And that is painful when I look at this next figure, because the NADA also says that 67% of people who return to your dealership after not buying their first visit end up buying a vehicle. So that's substantially better than the 20% close ratio that we had normally. I think if we put together a follow-up system, then we really could get to the point where we could get that $480,000 into your dealership every year. What about service, though? What if we got just 3% in service? What would that mean to your business? So again, I'm going to make a couple more assumptions here. Stores that sell 100 units per month generally service around 300 cars. So that would easily allow us to build a list of 1,000 service customers. Wouldn't you agree? Over the course of time, maybe it takes a few months to get that built up, but it would be easy to get a list of 1,000 service customers that we could contact. And using the strategies that I would put in place for you, we typically get about a 3% hit ratio every time we send them a message. So if we get a message to them 4 times per month, we contact them 4 times per month with specials or contests or something that's going to get them to respond, that gets us about a 3% of return visit. So 1,000 times 3% times 4 times a month is 120 more service visits per month. And this doesn't happen overnight. You have to build the list. You have to get people accustomed to hearing from you. But 120 more service visits per month. An average service turn is going to be somewhere in the range of $400. If you're selling Mercedes, then it's going to be a little higher. If you're selling, Chevy, it might be a little lower. $400 seems to be about the industry average when I talk to dealerships. So just in service, how about getting an extra $24,000 per month or $288,000 a year? I hope those are compelling figures to you. So we've already kind of stated my goal, as you might have guessed. My goal in working with your dealership would be to give you that 5% bump in unit sales and a 3% bump in service appointments. So if any of this sounds appealing to you and you're ready to add those kind of figures to your bottom line, give me a call and let's schedule an appointment. My number is 630-590-9521. Again, my name is Jerry Peterson. My company is RightSide Inc., and we are specialists in doing lead gen work for automotive dealerships. I look forward to talking to you soon.